Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, V4. Thinking right out here in the lab. Got a little attitude today, so I'm going to get my rant on about certain kind of people that I don't particularly care for. So this might take a hit, but you know how I do it. Let's go. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in my story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right Thinker's mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that I'm on is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to, yep, know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. Excuse me. It's rhetorical. But if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not, simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you, I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself and to my be true. I've been around certain kind of people lately, and I'm starting to get a little noise. I'm gonna bring it up, bring it to your attention. Right thinkers, let's talk about those ignorant and selfish, egoistic people. Those are three combinations. I put the ego in there, but yeah, that's the bad. All three of those things are negative qualities of set, which is your lower nature qualities that a lot of us carry around with us, and a lot of us don't even have a clue. So let's talk about it. See if I can maybe enlighten you. This is a subliminal message. You know who you are. When your whole life, it's always been what about you, and because of your ignorance, it shows again in what you say and do. If you're ignorant, nobody know until what you open your mouth or put forth the stupid or the ignorant action. That's what shows. I was raised by an egoistic man. My dad, ego big as all outdoors. I hadn't a clue what the ego was back then, but man, my old man was as arrogant, conceited, all those other qualities. I didn't know about the ego then, okay? But I know now he was the egoistic person I ever met, okay? And to this day, I got a disdain and a dislike for egoistic people because of that guy. It wasn't a good look. When it's in your favor, yeah, but if it wasn't, it's not good. Mm. Selfish people, egoistic people, ignorant people, those are all bad qualities. That's make them bad people. Egoistic men, aka alpha males, are running the world today and running it right into hell. Why? Because of the qualities. Ego, or me, ignorant, not knowing, and selfish, all about me. Those are bad qualities for somebody who's gonna be in control of anything. Not that kind of person. The ego is only good again when it's what under control. Yeah, if it's in the service position, it's at its best. If it's in the position of control, it's at its worst. You got that guy who will run through walls for you, strong as ox, but dumb as all get up. So you got to put him in a position where he can't mess nothing up. We all know them kind of people, and if you don't, you might have to go look in the mirror again. But they all, ready to go, but they just don't have the wherewithal. So you got to guide them, so to speak. That's us when we have lack of knowledge of ourselves. We're ignorant of who we are. We all over the place, okay, and don't even know it, okay. But the ego is only good when it's being served. It's in the servitude position. If it's in control, it's going to tear something up. Like a kid with no license, just put him behind the wheel, you're gonna tear something up. The, when you ran, when you're ran by your ego, you're no good for anyone else. All about the self. That guy we got in there, Captain Chaos, I call him. I don't even pay. I'm so done with that. Dude, if you don't see this guy as egoistic, ignorant, and selfish, you got to be Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder. You got to be blind. This guy fits the bill. Women, yeah, I don't get a free pass. Okay, I got to hit y'all too because I'm so. This is another issue I got with y'all. Okay, women, no, y'all call yourself divas. A diva is a devil. Did you know that? Selfish individuals. That's the ego, vanity, all about me, and showing off when it's all about them. They like to be model, they like to be seen, they like to be exhibitionists, they like, all that. They again showing off, all about them, and that's the women. They on the poles, they're stripping, okay, but that's all female egoism. Women with egos, okay, end up just like the men with egos. What? Alone. Alone. Yeah. You got women, all about them. When they realize it ain't about them, it's too late. Why? Because the life them passed them by. Now they got another choice. Has-beens, wannabes, Eustace, whatever. But they missed the boat. Now they got nobody to take care of, nobody to look after them. Why? Because you pushed everybody away because it's too busy about you. Now you need help. Okay, that's why. And that ego is disastrous when it comes to that. And with women who want everything their way, and in their heyday, they probably got it. Why? Because the way they look. Okay, they got whatever they want because they looks, their femme fatale, their ways. Women who use that to get what they, and that's fine. For somebody who fall for that, hookers, they out there to make money. If you ain't looking for what they started, leave it be. It ain't got nothing to do with you. So with that, who doing her thing got nothing to do with you. Simple. Moving on. We too busy worrying about what somebody else doing or ain't doing. You should focus on you, what you doing and ain't doing for yourself. Start there. Moving on. Until you master yourself, leave other people be. So, like me, I don't about nobody. I just give advice now. At this point, what? I use it. I live it. So I can give what I know. That's it. I hold myself accountable. And you can do what you want to do. Women who want, okay, everything, yeah, okay. And because of that, yeah, men are suckers. Okay, it go both ways. Again, I ain't playing one side. I gotta get both sides. I used to be a ladies' man. I'm going to my 50th class reunion, and the yearbook in '75, they gave me the last one in Testament. They bequeathed it. I take it. They gave me the advice. Take it. The advice to take it easy with the women in the future. I was a bad man in high school. Okay, ladies' man. Okay, so with that, I know a little bit about what them, the females, from experience. Okay, you can't claim to be if you wasn't what. So I learned a few things about women. All right, now I have two ex-wives. Why? Because of their egos, selfishness, okay, and lack of self-knowledge. I'm the prize. If you think no, that ain't gonna work. So that's why they ex. Moving on. And if your ego is bigger than what your knowledge is, bye bye. Selfish people are ego driven, and they will always make it what about them. No matter what, every time it's going to be about them. There's one or two ways to deal with them: put up with that nonsense or leave. That's it. But no, it ain't a whole bunch of arguing. Ain't a whole no. You got an option, this or that. That's it. I tell you, 50-50 odds is the best odds you can have. If you got that in life, take them. Take your best shot. If you got 50-50 shot of being right, 50-50 being wrong. But when it happens, you'll figure it out and you'll get better at making those decisions for yourself. That's why. Now, if you're in a relationship with the egoistic, ignorant, selfish ass person, that relationship is doomed. But if you're the one, you're one going to doom the relationship. Why? Because it's all on you. Why? It's the thing that you do. That's the ego in you. That's the selfishness. That's the ignorant in you. That's going to destroy anything that y'all try to do together. Why? You're not going to acquiesce. You're not going to, do what you need to do. I gave the lesson of what? Sacrifice right there. Ignorant people, egoistic people, selfish people will not acquiesce to what? Making sacrifices for somebody other than themselves. Selfish, I gave you a lesson. Self-sacrifice. Again, if you're ignorant, you're egotistical, you will not make sacrifices for nobody else. So you will end up alone. That's why, again, in life, if y'all together 30, 40 years, y'all pretty much know who y'all are. There shouldn't be no surprises, okay? But, okay, if y'all relationship, if you're male or female, and the ego or the ignorance don't care that you, if you male or female, the ego don't pick and choose, okay? Ignorance, again, don't pick and choose. They don't care. That's not his job. His job is to cause what? Conflict and controversy, problems, fetters, we call them, self-inflicted stuff that you causing yourself because of your ignorance of yourself and your egoistic and your selfish personality. You're never going to be happy. You're never going to make nobody else happy. You know them kind of people? Moving on. That's why they're that way. Selfish people will only be happy when what? They are getting their way. As long as it's their way, they happy. They content. That's good. When they don't get their way, like little kids, they pout, they get stupid. Grow up. My old man was as egoistical and selfish as they came. And I know now he was so ignorant. Jesus Christ. Why? In his day, okay, and what happened? He died alone. That's where you end up. Alone at your time of need. Ain't nobody gonna be there. Okay, that's what ignorance it gets you. That's what egoistic people get in the end. So don't worry about them when you see them riding high. You see them having it way. Don't worry about none of that. Your focus should be on you. They're gonna deal with them when it comes time. Who is it? Karma. Uh-oh. Scooby-Doo. Uh-oh. They will never do someone. They will never do for someone other than themselves. Again, proof. He chose money over me. Moving on. It's a bad choice as far as I'm concerned. And due to ignorance and your ego, aka, and that leads to selfishness, that's the worst combination ever you can have if you ask me. Why? That's all detrimental. That's death. Death and more death. Okay? Ain't nothing good about that. Nothing good can come from that. Okay? I got that experience too, seeing it. At the end, I never heard my man beg or call on God. It's too late for that. Okay? But due to their lack of what? Concern for anyone other than themselves, now when they need it, ain't nobody there for them. That's apropos. That's justice. That's justice. That's what they deserve. That's karma right there. See? All that stuff you put out, all the stuff you did, and then the end, if you got nobody there to help you, you did a lot of bad things. Moving on. Selfish people will only give or do something for others if what? If something in it for them. If they can get something in return. Who that sound like? The devil. When you do things like that, that makes you devilish. Don't identify the devil with things, and then things you do don't make you the devil. It don't go that way. You are what you are. If you're doing devilish acts, you're a devil. If you're in opposition to what's right and what's good, you're a devil. Simple. Okay? Don't care about your color, sex, or whatever. When you, excuse me, and most devilish people, they suffer when what? When they're in need and you ask a selfish person to help, it will cost you. Why? Because they want something in return. The mafia. I could do a favor for you. All you gotta do when I come back, ask for a favor, return a favor, no questions. Hell no. But some people like that deal. Why? When somebody got you in need, they got you where, yeah, they can pretty much make any deal they want, and you gotta go with it. That's devilish. Again, using somebody's situation against them for your selfish gain, that ain't cool. But that's what they do. Moving on. When I was ignorant, out there selling drugs and doing what I was doing, I was all ego, like my dad. I'm following his lead, doing dumb stuff. We both in the bullpen, doing dumb stuff. All ego, two old egoistic and young ego, two egoistic fools, okay, sitting behind bars. Why? For their eagerness, okay, in ignorance and doing what? The wrong thing together. Blind leading the blind, wrong leading the wrong, okay. But in life, the best way to deal with those kinds of people, how? Not to. That's my advice, and I take that advice. Why? I don't deal with those kind of people. Simple as that. Moving on. Family member, don't care. Male, female, don't care. Don't deal with them. All right, understand that. Most selfish people have something or can do something and won't unless what? They get something for it. They're doers. They're only going to do when it's something in for them. A non-doer, right thinkers, we do it because it's the right thing to do. And that's what you get blessed for. That intent, that heartfelt concept gets you blessed. Why? Because that's the right reason. That's the right purpose. If I'm in need of anything, remember, not need, I mean a need, not a want. If I'm in need of something, the last person that I will ask is a selfish, egoistic person. Why? I know it's gonna cost me. That's why. So if I'm in need, you don't want to deal with them. Why? They're gonna use you. They're gonna, yeah. You're gonna get the short end of the stick, so to speak. Feel me? Understand that. The last person you want to be in need to is somebody who are selfish, egotistic, and vain and selfish. They're going to abuse you. Moving on. They love them situations. They thrive on that. Most of them do just that. Wait for people in need. Loan sharks, the guys with little power, little position and title, they just wait. The crooked ministers, pastors, wait for the young girl to come up and they get the little freak on. Oh, that's using people. Karma deals with them. Moving on, that ain't enough for you. All right, but those are the kind of people who do that. With with self-knowledge and daily practice of right thinking philosophy, now you will be given what? Everything you need by who? I don't preach, but I give you the heads up and nod when what? If you want something from him, do the right thing. Okay? In life, God is the one who can what? Bless you. Bestow on you what you need, when you need it, how you need it. Only God can do that. And you, what happen? He can bless you. All you have to do, earn it. Do the right thing. It all comes back to that. Why? That's what he recognizes. That's why we tell you that. That's why we live that. That's why I do it. Anybody who doing it, they know why they doing it. For those who see and don't understand, try it and find out for yourself. That's like God, everybody believes him, so they say, but how many people know him? Those who know him will serve him and what? Live right. Why? Because they know they get something in return from him. That's why. That's my philosophy. I'm about to wrap it up again. I appreciate you tuning in. Just a quick lesson about certain kind of people. I want to get this out. I turn into a lesson. I didn't even get here ranting about my little personal thing. But in life, okay, I try to stay away from who? Selfish, egoistic, ignorant people. That's why I have no friends. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. I keep it real. You know how I do. And that's the lesson. The reason is to let you know certain people I'm not going to deal with. And if you're that kind of person, I'm not going to deal with you. Simple as that. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'm here to do just that. Give you some information that you can use. Practice not dealing with those kind of people for yourself. You'll see it works for you too. But you might not end up with any friends like me. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'm out. And in closing, right there, because may you all let it be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. I'll never know that if I ain't got no friends who passed away. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm out. I'll be back.